Fulham 1, Manchester United 2. Now listen, before we get into it, last night during the build-up to the game, I had some stuff to do, so that's why there was no confirmed lineup video like there is usually. I got to watch the first half of the game, and then the second half I had to do some stuff, so I didn't get to see the second half till this morning. So that's why there was no post-match recap and player ratings video. That's why it's here right now, because I had some stuff to do and life. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes things happen. That's the first time this has happened as well. So that wasn't planned for, but this is life. Things like this happen. So this is why the video is coming today. Off the bat, Pogba was excellent. Bruno was excellent. And Cavani was excellent. I thought Fulham did have a few chances. I thought Lookman and Loftus-Cheek caused us problems the whole game. Not for long spells, but just certain moments in the game. They did definitely have chances. Right near the end, Mitrovic come on and took a header, and it deflected off of Bay, and it went just wide of the post. But De Gea was like caught, like stuck in the mud. Like he would not have got to it. He was just froze, and it wasn't his fault. It was just he weren't going to get to it. It was that close to the post that we got away with that. Very lucky at the end with about just over a minute to go in the game. So Fulham for the last couple minutes definitely piled the pressure on, but we held in there and we got a vital win. Not as one-sided as I thought the game was going to be. I predicted a 3-0 and obviously it was 2-1, but we had countless chances that we definitely could have scored more too. So I thought the first half, Bruno, he put a cross in for Cavani, and I think the keeper hit it out, or it got deflection, and Cavani tapped it in basically, but not the easiest tapping. He still had to focus and get it in, and I thought Cavani was superb, like the whole game. The link-up play, the little movements, like the 1-2s, but most of all, his tracking back. The whole game, he worked tirelessly, and I love to see it from him, and I think he gives us a whole different avenue of play that we don't necessarily always get from Martial, and I thought Cavani was brilliant for that tonight, and he definitely could have had more goals. Bruno, I thought for the whole game, like he could have had about 4 or 5 assists, and it just, for him, it was just unlucky that they didn't finish the chances. But I thought Bruno was superb. In the last game against Liverpool, I gave him a 2, and I thought he bounced back last night. In this game, he answered me, and I didn't have any fears he wouldn't. But a lot of people were sort of saying, "How can you give him a 2?" But I felt justified in doing that for the Liverpool game. And this game, it was back to the Bruno that I know and come to expect that level of him. And he surpassed it. So he had 2 good shots in the first half. One that got saved by the keeper and the other one that hit the post. He was superb. Second half, great ball by Pogba. And Bruno headed it very close to the keeper. It just hit the keeper, but it was offside anyway. But a great ball from Pogba. I thought Pogba was brilliant. I'm not his biggest fan since all the Raiola stuff happened, but he's definitely been performing. I can't argue that. So, and he scored the winner, world-class goal as well with his weaker foot from outside the box, the right side of the box, curled it in with his left foot, and that's his weaker foot, but it had power, it had technique, and the keeper didn't have a chance. I thought it was a world-class finish, and I thought Pogba was brilliant. So I have to give my respect. A few more notes and then we get into the ratings. Bruno, I thought he put another superb ball into the box for Cavani, who made a good header, but Areola did a good reflex save. It was kind of in the bottom corner, and he got to it. I thought it was a really good save. Cavani usually scores them sort of ones, and I think he'll score them against other keepers, but it was just a reflex speed of Areola that didn't allow Cavani to pick the goal up, but a good move nonetheless. De Gea made a routine save from Loftus-Cheek not too long before the end of the game. I think it was about the 85th minute. Loftus-Cheek had a shot, and he saved it with his legs basically. It was pretty central, but you still have to make the save. So I thought it was a routine save for De Gea. Didn't have too much to do in the game, De Gea. A few little saves here and there, but routine for him really. And then the last thing that was of note was the Mitrovic header that I mentioned, that could have easily have gone in, and you need luck in them situations. It hit Bay, he didn't know nothing about it, and it literally I think it almost skimmed the post. So we definitely hung on at the end. I'll give De Gea a 6, just above average. I don't think he had too much to do, and the saves he did make were routine. So a 6 for De Gea. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I thought he got forward a lot more in this game than he usually does, but again lacks the quality when he's done the hard work in the first place to get into the box or put a cross in. He struggles in that final moment, but I thought he got forward a lot more. He's a lot more positive going forward, but he still lacks the quality. I thought defensively, I mean, he was at fault for the Fulham goal. He played Lookman onside. The whole line was in line for Lookman to be offside, and Wan-Bissaka was slightly back, and obviously that's where the goal come from, because he wasn't switched on in that moment. But I do think that he had a good game after that. It was just unfortunate that happened for the goal. Defensively after that, pretty good. So I'll give him a 6 as well. I thought Eric Bailly, not too long before the end, where he made a little pass back to De Gea, and it nearly got caught. It nearly got cut short from, I might have been Loftus-Cheek again. He was closing it down, and De Gea had managed to clear it, but it was a little bit soft from Bailly, and it put De Gea in a bit of danger at that point. So, but apart from that, and the little deflection at the end, I thought Bailly was solid. Bailly gets a 7. I thought Maguire was really good tonight. One of the better games I've seen him have for a while. I thought he was dominant. First half he had a header that I do think he should have scored. But other than that, I thought he was positive going forward, bringing the ball out from the back, winning the aerial duels defensively, strong on the ball, tackles, blocks. I thought he was really good. Like a captain performance that we don't often see from him. So I thought he was really good. Luke Shaw, I thought was really good again. Just everywhere on the pitch again, recovery and set pieces, and I just thought he's one of our most consistent players, and I thought again tonight, yesterday he was superb. So Fred gets a 7 for me. Not his best game. I thought he kind of come in and out of the game at times, lost the ball a few times, but overall was pretty good. So I'll give him a 7. Pogba, superb. Like I said, I thought the finish that he scored for the winner, superb, world class. Strong on the ball, did the simple passes well, did some long balls well, and rescued us pretty much. So Pogba gets an 8. Greenwood gets a 7. In and out of the game a bit, but more so into the game than he usually is. I thought he just needs to work on sort of crossing, because he cuts in a lot and we lose a ball because of it. But did put a good cross in at one point. It's just, I think it got cleared by a defender. But I thought a good game by Greenwood. Rashford, and I'll get to Rashford in a minute because he was a sub. Bruno, magnificent. Quality balls. As I said, he could have had about 5 assists. Hit the post, had a good shot that was saved as well. But you could have had countless assists, as I said, all around the pitch tonight. Tracking back as well. Superb from him. Martial, I thought, was our worst player tonight, other than the subs. I thought he had an average game. I don't think he was poor. I just felt he was the least involved out of the whole team. He was out on the wing, and he didn't really get involved in the game too much for me. So I thought the game kind of took him by. But I don't think he was rubbish. He did a few little things well, but I just felt like he was the least involved in the game. So he gets an average for me. Cavani, superb. Should have scored more, but he took his goal well that he scored. But he could have had, I reckon, at least 2 more. But his tracking back and work rate was outstanding, and we need that at times as well. Like in close games like that, he was tracking back, coming back in defensive positions. As a striker, you're meant to be the highest up the pitch, but you still have to put your work in with tracking back, and he did that superbly. So Cavani gets an 8 for me. Rashford, Matic and McTominay come on as late subs. I gave them all an average. Didn't have a lot of time to do anything, so they all got an average. Ollie gets an 8 for me tonight. Tactically, spot on. Subs could have made him a bit earlier, but the game wasn't at too much of a risk where, like, he got away with it basically. Like, some games I don't agree with how late he's making the subs, but I felt that we were comfortable enough in this game for him to do that. So I haven't really got too many qualms with Ollie. Last night, I think, as I said, tactically spot on. Subs didn't really change nothing, but like, he didn't really need to even bring him on, in my opinion. So that's a good sign. And the style of playing that, I thought it was positive. I thought it was good. We had a lot of chances. We could have scored a lot more goals. Yes, Fulham caused us a few problems. I thought Lookman and Loftus-Cheek were quality for them. but we dealt with it and comfortably dealt with it, I felt, most of the game. So, look, another win for us, a great win for us. We've got Sheffield next. We should be running away with that game. I know the last game against them was closer than it should have been, but this one being at Old Trafford and coming off the form, we've got more form coming into this, I feel, and more confidence. I don't see anything other than a win for us. Now, they're going to be hard to break down, Sheffield, but we've definitely got the quality. We definitely have. So, look, I'm happy with the result. And a good game overall. I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be from both sides. So it's always good when it's an entertaining game, but you get the result that you want, even when there's lots of chances. So man of the match for me, I'm going to give it to Bruno. I could have given it to Pogba or Cavani as well, in my opinion. I thought all three of them were superb. But Bruno, I just thought the whole game could have had about 5 or 6 assists. Could have scored a hat-trick for me as well. So I wouldn't be mad if you give it to Pogba or Cavani either. So, but I'm going to give it to Bruno. Superb result for the boys, and we go into the Sheffield game with more confidence again and on a good run of form. So pleased with the boys, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys.